Hey everybody, welcome back, welcome back. This week we are going to sculpt. Figured out, not figured out a way, but I saw somebody on Instagram figure out a way to create like this ghostly effect. They did a sculpt that obviously it looked like an apparition or a ghost of some kind, but they also had, on top of a fantastic sculpt, was this kind of aura like around it, almost like you've seen a ghost, how they have like this, I don't know how to explain it, like a haze or something around them, almost a duplicate of their face, but it's, all around. And I thought we would play around with that today. I figured out a way to kind of do it. I don't know if it's the exact same way that this particular nomad sculptor uh, was doing it or did do it, but I figured out a way that kind of worked for me. So we're going to go through that today. And so we're going to start just with the basic mod mesh head that I thought might fit the project pretty well. And I'm going to modify it a little bit to match closer to this lovely drawing we have here. It's a neat process that I saw this person do. It was very cool. Leave that the way that is. I'm excited to see if we can make it work. I tried it on one of my other sculptures that I've done previously, and it seemed to work pretty well. Leave that. Oh, there we go. So we'll see. I don't know. But like I said, we're going to modify this a little bit to get that shape a little bit closer to what I feel is going on here. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, I like what's going on there. This nose business. I don't know how I'm going to do that, to be honest. Maybe we just significantly, turn this up. There we go. Huh? I'm gonna keep turning my symmetry off for some reason. There we go. Something to that effect. And then maybe we can get that grin going. Too much. There we go. Drag. I like using drag for stuff like that if I'm making big movements, because then it makes life a little easier in terms of um, changing the resolution of what I'm doing. Not the resolution, but I don't know what the word is I'm looking for. The topology of it. All right, so let's see. Do crease. My goodness. Trying to get this angle. It's too big. Move this in. Something like that. Turn this symmetry off for a second to kind of work on this sneer. Look at this sneer. Okay, that's not bad. I think for what we're doing today, that should work out fine. Where to go from here? Try and bring some of this out. Be good. Ah, itchy nose today, my goodness. So we have more of a shape. This is going to need to be remeshed. You can see how it's... Actually, it's not too bad. We'll get there. Bring this down. Okay. Because I'd like to work on the teeth and the gums and all that kind of cool stuff, so let's add a sphere. Wash that. This will help form some of the gum, I think. Go ahead and validate that. Push that back in. All this around considerably. If I can flatten that front face of that of the gum. That. Okay. Not bad. I'm going to clone that and move that down. That'll be my bottom gum. Rotate it up a little. Whoop. We'll move that into place as well. Get this all set up. Craziness. Whoop. All right. Not bad. All right. Teeth wise, let's add a sphere. Shrink that way down. It's going to kind of sit like that. I need to make it much smaller. Okay. Validate that. And I'm going to flatten bottom part and move it around a little bit. Go. So we have, you know, an acceptable looking gross tooth. All right, let's scoot him a little. There you go. And I think I'll just clone these and then modify them as I need them. So like this guy. Make him a little sharper looking. I'm looking at the original sketch, and I'll post these artist names in the description. I'll have to find the guy that looked like he originally came up with the idea, because it really was brilliant. I was very impressed. Thought, how creative to come up with that. I feel like these need to be tighter. Coming into the gum line. Okay. On that. Rotate this guy a little bit. He is more like, this is a smaller tooth. More of a canine. Like this one's showing too much gum. Yeah, these all are. This one should be rotated a little bit. Look in here. So should this. And it's open to interpretation to some degree, you know. We're going to keep going on that. If you use these little green blocks, it allows you to move things, but just along that plane, which is awesome. Makes life a little easier. And thank you last week to whoever came up with that tip. I'm trying to remember what the tip was. Oh, copying over the tube profiles. I had done it a while ago and then completely forgot about it. So thank you for to whomever mentioned that in the comments last week. That was a big help. Okay, how's that look? Bad. This should be more molar-like, I guess. Molar-ish. Okay. Not bad. Clone that. Rotate this guy out a little bit. There we go. Something like that. Okay. Trying to hurry up here. Line. Just to get some teeth going, you know. Let's do this guy. It's not bad. And one more. Whoop. And they can be janky, you know. It doesn't have to be like that's cool. I kind of dig that where it's a little off. All right, so that's top gum. This bottom. Whoop. Where am I at? View. Take a quick look, see. Yeah, it's not bad. Probably should have brought the gum more curved to the mouth, but whatever. That's not bad. Okay. No, I'm going to do another sphere. Actually, why add that on gizmo? I can never get to work. Sphere. Close that down. Shrink it down, I should say. These will be a little bit, they'll be taller. Maybe a little bit bigger. Rotate that. Flatten. Maybe we'll make them have like an underbite. Underbite? Overbite? I think it's underbite. Yeah. Yeah. These should come down pretty far. I'm going to move him, I think, more here. His has got an overbite. We're going to do ours as an underbite. Okay. And I kind of want to make them janky, you know. More to a point back of it. Clone that. Whoop. Start to kind of work these in. However you want to do it. Whoop. Ugh. You know, I don't know. Now I'm looking at this. Let's see. I'm going to scoot these back. Maybe to there. Changing my mind. Yeah, I like that better. We'll push this back. Okay. Rotate that a little bit more. Same with this one. Feel like this needs to come up more. And maybe not. That's all right. Maybe one more. Clone that. There we go. curve him in a little bit just to add to that messed up look. Excuse me. I'm just gonna, for the sake of time, I think I'm gonna try and mirror these two just to the other side. Actually, these three. What's that one? Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we have a mouthful of teeth, which is cool. We have the basic shape. Let's try and carve out a little bit of eyeball space here. Add cylinders for the eyes. Mirror that. Where am I at? He doesn't have like great big eyes, so I'm gonna kick them back. That's pretty good. Maybe move them in a little. That's fine. You can take a lot of liberties when you're dealing with like a zombie or a ghost or what have you. Let's work on maybe this bottom lip, which is interesting. Make it lower. You know what? I think I'm gonna let's remesh this. We're gonna up the resolution considerably. Something a little higher. Whoop, too high. This is probably even too high, but we'll see in a minute. Just to kind of help work that out. It's actually not too bad. It's a little funky here. But overall, I'm digging the vibe. Let's try that again with the crease now. So if we're coming from here, that's way too high. It's not bad. And then what we can do, start to shape this. Maybe inflate it a little. Let's move. That little cleft back. Maybe clay away. Out of that mess. Okay. There we go. A little rough, but it's not bad for what we're doing today. I don't want to get bogged down in too much of the nitty gritty today because I really want to show you how to do this effect I'm talking about. And it's not hard, at least the way that I was doing it. It's not hard. I just thought it was kind of neat. See if we can get this cleaned up a little bit though. There we go. Whoop. Trying to move these teeth down a little more into the gum. Yeah. I'm really only interested in like a front on look today, so it doesn't really matter per se, but all right. Let's bump before I bump him. We'll do the moves. I'm going to take it off of symmetry because I want to bring this one down and this side up a little bit. It's probably pretty good. Turn that back on so I don't forget. Whoop. I'm going to remesh this higher. Did it not go? There it goes. Get this all smoothed out. You could do it also with multi-resolutions too. Done that before. Just force a habit, I guess, with this. Oh, I gotta get under the chin. Oh, I forgot. If we have time, I actually added a whole body to last week's sculpt of that barbarian character. Ended up turning out pretty good. Let's see if I can crease this quick. Right along his jawline here. Yeah. There we go. I'm going to do the same here. Just kind of help add to the effect of it. This is a bit of a mess. Turn symmetry off. Try and move some of this a little bit. Oop, what'd I do? View. So far, I'm liking it. Crease. Where's my crease? Do it like this. And we'll move him in a little bit. Smooth. There we go. This could probably come down even more. Mm-hmm. There we go. All right. What do we want to do? Can add in a quick pupil. This is nothing, you know. There's a million different ways you could do I can't even say it. Pupils. Today we're honestly just going to clone the main part of the eye and pop it out. You could color on it. You could paint on it and put it in that way. I like doing it this way because then I have more options in terms of materials I can apply to it. So I can change the shininess of it. I can change the color. I can, you know what I mean? I've also done it other ways. I've used Dave Reed's way of doing it, which is, it's pretty complicated in terms of bullying out, you know, eyes and stuff. But for today, I think what we're doing, this will be fine. Let's start to add a little color. Oh, don't need metal. I'm gonna make those black for now. I'm gonna do like this real kind of, yeah, something in here. Paint. So we're gonna do all that just for our base color, our base tones. It's cool. And the nose, we gotta work on that yet. Teeth, maybe like yeah, something like that. So just a little tone to it, you know. Doesn't have to be much of anything. And then the gums, will keep it in that same color family too. Get them all? Like I'm missing. No, I think that's it. So these, we'd want to be a little bit darker. Yeah, like there. That's fine. I'm gonna sneeze. No, we're not. Okay, so you get the vibe. Is that for the shine? Do we want to add hair? Again, I don't want to make this like an all-day thing. So, hair-wise, actually that should be, yeah. within the profile, something along the line of that, and then I'll just twist it. And we will mess with the size. The shape of it. Whoop. Actually, it's going the other way, huh? No, we can use this. We'll use it over here. Crazy hair. So this is all like behind his ear. Yeah, something like that. And then down, we'll add a couple points here and there. This is kind of curved out. I'm going to go ahead and mirror that too. Just trying to clear the ears. There we go. Clone. Again, I don't want to spend all day on this, so we're kind of rushing through it, but still want it to look good. This feels like it should be bigger. Maybe we'll just cut that out. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Yeah, I don't like that. You know what we'll do? This is what we'll do. Something like that. Clone that. Whoop. This can be just one. It doesn't need to be mirrored necessarily. For that back portion of his head. It's fine. And then that will clone. That also does not need to be mirrored. Oh. And this is going to need to be reshaped big time. You know what? I'm gonna do a new one. Let me delete that. So we're gonna use another. What am I doing? tube path. We're gonna do like, whoop, stop. We're gonna do like a comb over. And did it do it already? It might have done it already. It's mirrored. No, it didn't. Or does it need rotated? Spun. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Let's move him back so it's in line there. Do an extra point there. It's coming over. This can be like shortened up considerably. Something like that. Let's clone him. This guy we're gonna shrink up a lot. In fact, let's do this. Just so I can see what I'm doing. Okay. Maybe he comes up a bit more. Yeah, I like that better. On that bigger one. And this is all to taste too. You know, however you want to push it. This profile. Mess with. Yeah, something like that. I guess same with these. I don't remember now how I did that. Oh, okay. That's right. Let's go back. Copy. Now if I go here, click on that, hit paste. There we go. Perfect. This is a bit of a mess. There, that's better. Maybe one more? I don't know. I don't want to get too nuts with all this kind of thing. Oop. There. That's fine. I might just clone one more of these and bring it out just to add some volume. Yeah. Did not like what... It needed something, you know? Still not great, but... Something to that effect. And then bring... Clone that. We're gonna do like a real small one. Stop. Like laying over the top. See it? Oh, there it is. That's cool. All right. Oh, this, right. Let's do that quick. Whoop. Cut this out. Let's remesh that. Ugh. Again, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just make it to fit whatever your sculpt is. It's kind of gnarly looking. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I want to do a little bit of more of a build up here. Piece this down. Do the same up here. Actually, let's build that up a little. And we'll crease that. Something to that effect. Don't need any eyebrows. We're not going to do those. could merge this, all this stuff together. Whoop. So we have group 1, group 4, group 6. Let's merge, that's fine. Okay. Take away a little bit here. Oop. That's good. A little bit here. Doesn't got to be anything nuts. All right. I'm going to start, you know what? Build this up a little. Okay. I could keep messing with this forever. So let's add a little bit more color. I'm going to use those layer modes, color blending modes from last week. Whoop. Paint. Where's my paint? And you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to decimate that. So decimate's under the miscellaneous tab up here. And the reason for doing this is the lower the resolution, the easier it is to blend paint. And you'll see in a minute. I want to do, let's do maybe multiply instead. Did that change anything? Layer, multiply. Let's try that. Yeah, that's all right. So now if you go to smooth and you set your intensity all the way to 0 and you smooth it, it blends right in, which is exactly what we want. Let's keep going. Paint. We're going to do, oh, there. Paint here. Whoop. I'm on the wrong smooth. I have two buttons. My regular smooth, which has normal intensity, and then my smooth 2 brush, which I set to 0 intensity, specifically for smoothing out my painting. Get it up there. I'm going to lower the opacity, the intensity of my paint. Get all this actually here. Right along the edges. We're going to do the same here. Shadows. And I'm going to add a little bit more top here. Actually, I think I'm just going to do this here. Okay. And some more here. Smooth that out. Paint. In a way, you can almost mimic lighting effects just by shading and highlighting, all of your stuff. It's fantastic. Oh, I don't have a layer on that, that's why. Let's change that to multiply. Siren's going off. I just paint that whole thing. Yeah. Should have done it for both, but I didn't. Add, multiply. Okay. Back to here. All right. Now keep in mind, we haven't done any lighting effects. We haven't done any kind of lighting whatsoever yet. So that's going to play a big role too. I'm going to do another layer. And this one, we're going to keep it at multiply, but I'm changing the color. So it's a darker shadow tone. We're going to paint in here. Okay. Blend that till you see fit. And we're just going over some of these areas that we did earlier. Almost refining. I'm going to bring that out. Get under this lip. And again, you can go absolutely nuts and spend, lose hours and hours and hours painting all this stuff to your heart's desire. But for today, I'm trying to keep it kind of mellow. So you guys will stay and watch. Paint that. Did I do another layer on that? I did. No, I didn't. That's okay. It seems to be, what do you call it? Smoothing pretty well. Okay. Do we want to do a quick highlight? Let's see. Add layer, linear dodge, or screen. We'll try screen. And, whoop, too much stuff going on. Maybe that. I don't know what it's going to do, to be quite honest, so let's see. Yeah, it's not bad. Adds to that ghostly look. We can be quick and paint our highlights in. It really kind of helps, sell the whole illusion, what you're doing. Right here, paint. Not going to do anything with the hair for today. Yeah, that's not bad. So let's turn off reference. Let's start to add a little bit of light in. Obviously we have our environmental light, which we could change. I don't know. Yeah, I hate that. Or do I? Actually, maybe we do that. And just change the hair roughness. Because I don't like how shiny that is, but so that's actually kind of neat. And then if we add, yeah, I like that. Just the sunlight. Go ahead and change this background too to just black, I think. Yeah. These in the back need it. One more. Okay. What's it look like if we a little post process? That's actually kind of neat. Maybe a little stronger. There we go. Okay. So we have our character, more or less, of the head. Let's see. Got a couple things going on here. Turn that off. Whoop. Bloom on. Tone mapping, that's too much. Maybe we'll leave it. Curvature. Yeah, that's all right. Maybe down a little bit. Color grading. Yeah, we'll leave color grading off for now. I always like to add a little bit of chromatic aberration. It just kind of helps sell stuff. So I'm going to go and combine all of this stuff, all of this geometry. Okay. And I'm going to instance it. And then, excuse me, join it. Okay. And then I'm going to make that bigger by a little bit. All right. And the trick of this ghost thing is in the material. So if I change that to additive and change the opacity way down. Oh, you know what? I think here, let me go back. Opaque. I think I have all this stuff selected. No, I don't. Let's try it again. Additive. Kind of went haywire on me. I don't like how it did that. So we're going to go back. Something went wrong. Maybe if we're a little bit more selective about it. Let's validate these two. That might be part of the reason. All right, so if I say, like, let's say the head, obviously. Clone and all of this hair. So all these tubes, right? And then wish there was a way to, it's got to be this here. There, okay. So I'm going to join those things. Make that bigger. Additive. Change the opacity. Oh, I got to turn the other one back on. There we go. Okay, that's better. So you don't necessarily want every piece of geometry, which I didn't realize. You could probably do this one too. Clone. A little bigger. Additive. There. And you can change the opacity of this stuff and the reflectance. To kind of give it this look. Turn that off. But see how it kind of gives that that look? I like to, I'm going to turn two-sided off. But then what you can do to kind of further add to it is add in spotlights. Spot. And just change the color of them. Like red seems to work really well. Whoop. Back to your lights. To kind of help sell that effect, as well as you can do like cyan colored. Oh, this should be spot. There we go. And if you have bloom on, like we have, that'll help bring all of that out. And then it's a matter of messing with, you know, this exposure of your environment. You can even turn it off if you want, or have it way, way low. Rotate it. Like that I like. So what do we have light-wise? This, I wonder if I change that color. Yeah. Although it kind of negates then what we did with all of that paint work. That's up to you though. I mean, that's cool. Mess with this a little. Maybe lower that opacity. That's cool. And then this light, let's bump him up. Isn't that cool? My sunlight. This could actually probably be a spot too. Yeah. Narrow him up. And you know, you could spend a ton of time just texturizing all of that. What's that look like if I change the color on him? What if he was more red? Oh, or blue, even. There. He needs to be that. This guy. You know, something like that. But you get the idea. And then you can bump up bloom intensities to really help sell it. That might be way too much, but yeah, it is. Let's bring that down a little bit. Ambient inclusion. And it's all just a matter of playing with, you know, all these different settings that you have available. Curvature biases. That's kind of cool even. Your depth of field. I don't know if you guys know that one. If you select depth of field and you click on different areas of your model, it'll focus. It'll change your depth of field to show. It's going to be hard to do because I have that ghost effect thing going. But yeah, you can kind of see it. It'll change how near or how far your viewing distance is automatically. Your depth of field is. Mess around a little bit with this. It's kind of neat. Maybe your saturation with that. And you can probably fine tune all this stuff. Whoop. That's cool too. You know, until you get something super neat. Look at that. That's cool. So it gets that kind of glowy effect. I'm liking that. There we go. That's cool. Anything else we can do? Maybe in here. No, I don't like that. Chromatic aberration even adds to it. You get the idea. Sharpness. But yeah, you get that kind of ghostly effect. And depending on the look that you're after, you know, what you want to do with it really is determined by your settings, your different settings. Like I like that. tone it down just a bit. Like that's pretty cool. Yeah. And that's all, real time within the software, as you can see. Yeah, especially it looked like around the neck. That's cool. So you can do a lot with it. It'd be neat to see somebody else kind of take it and run with it and see what they can kind of come up with. Just that methodology of it. So yeah, not bad. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this week. Thanks again for watching. I always appreciate. Please like and subscribe, and I will see everybody next week. Take care.